Hey, so if you like Thomas, you came to the right place, and I am honored and privileged that Christian invited myself and Doug over his house to see his amazing Thomas layout.
Hi, this is Christian B here, and welcome to Train World. Today, we are at my house with the great Doug Blaine, Ken Jr. behind the camera, and my father's vibing out off to the side as well. We are exploring the island of Sodor in my basement, something that we've been basically working on for a good decade or so. Hard to believe it's been that long, but yeah.
Great to be here with visiting with you, Christian.
Thank you.
Meet your dad and your family, and it's great to see where the magic happens. This is an awesome layout. Christian, love what you did with Knapford Station. How many kits is this?
This is a total of 3 Bachmann Knapford kits. As you can tell, each one comes with 4 canopies, and there's a total of 12. So 4 times 3, 12. But we, in the Sodor layout, altered the Knapford Station kit slightly by having thinner platforms that can then accommodate 2 tracks underneath each of the canopies.
That's a great idea.
And then a shout out to my friend Tim Zara21 King, as he did a lot of work on the station buildings. I actually commissioned him to make those out of balsa wood, so huge shout out. And that's Bachmann's Daisy model, yes, which was modified to look more like the model series. So I gave it a model era looking face, and then also my good friend Gordon Pacifico 4 actually cut out the windows. So it's now see-through too.
Did a really nice job with that as well.
Definitely. And I absolutely love the shade of green of this Bachmann Daisy. Perfect, absolutely perfect. So we all know as Thomas fans, down by the docks is the place to be. And right over here, I've got Ben and Rosie, 2 of Bachmann's beautiful models, sitting in the sidings, along with Cranky the Crane right off to the side. Various kits by Walters, Atlas, Hornby, surrounded throughout the dockyard. There's also Bachmann's Resin Brendan warehouse right there, one of my favorite models. Doug, where is it?
On your layout.
Oh, yeah. But it's a really spectacular model, as is Cranky. And really, if anyone is looking to do a dockyard scene, Train World has plenty of kits for you to choose from, as well as even some boats. This is the iconic Walters tugboat sitting right here, as well as a Keebri fire kit. Both of these are on Train World's site. Some sailboats too. All right, and here we have one of the primary mainline stations of the island of Sodor, with 3 tracks going underneath the footbridge. The troublesome trucks, the rascals of the railways, are just chilling out here. And beside the standard gauge, we even have a small section for narrow gauge, where we have Bachmann's iconic Skarloey and Rheneas models, followed by some red box fans. All right, so we are now in the middle of the island of Sodor, where I have probably about 7 scenes just squished together just to kind of use the space. That's just me, I guess. So right here is the iconic windmill scene from the season 8 intro, which goes well into CGI. The iconic road bridge over there. I know there's some scenery on top of it right now as we're working on that. We recently added the outer line. It used to just be 1 track, but now we've got 2 because, you know, gotta be accurate. And as we transition to the left, we have the Tidmouth Bay Castle. This is actually a wooden kit that I'd purchased from Germany. I kit bashed to look like basically the castle from the show, inspired by the old classic user Topka's Fat, who's also in the fandom. Many people may know him. Over here, we now have the mountain line, which is very iconic for the narrow gauge. And we even have Boulder, yes, from season 5, Boulder. And in order to have Boulder, you gotta have Rusty, Thumper, and a whole mountain scene too. All right, one of my favorite parts of the island of Sodor is the narrow gauge incline. And here we've got very steep slope, an incline winch at the very top. Bachmann's iconic slate wagons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them scattered around this incline. In addition, we've got tons of levels ranging from a coal mine area where we have Thomas, and some open wagons, a coal tower, and even a water tower. And this very awesome mine kit, which you can also purchase from TrainWorld. All right, and right over here we've got the iconic coastal area of the island of Sodor. Here is Coastal Mountain. We've got Bachman's iconic lighthouse, and tons of resin buildings that make up the fishing village on the island of Sodor. You'll notice also that lots of Bachman's new figures are also scattered around. We've got Dowager Hat, Lady Hat. All right, guys, so I'm super excited today because as you can see, I have the Doug Blaine figure right here in my hand. But what if I told you that the actual Doug Blaine is standing right here next to me as well? All right, so right over here, we have a loose representation of Tidmouth Sheds using the Volmer 6-stall roundhouse. We have Bachman's fantastic duck model currently sitting in the shed, one of my favorites. He looks just like what I remember from the model series, which is my cup of tea. We also have a Walters 90-inch turntable, various pieces of Bachman Thomas rolling stock, the red coach, a brake van, this awesome round water tower, and even Edward, one of the iconic characters from the show. Transitioning over to here is the coaling plant. We have this great looking coal tower, tons and tons of Bachman coal wagons with loads. Hop on the train, well, we got tons of these and they are selling fast. So if you don't have one, get one. We also have corrugated hut, various crates, and there's even Toby the Tram sitting right there in the siding.
Wow, what a layout. Excellent, Christian. That was unbelievable. Tons of great scenes, tons of great characters and layouts. So it was really nice to see that. And I want to say what Christian has done for the Thomas community is remarkable. And I really appreciate Christian going above and beyond every single week, trying to find the perfect people to bring on Thomas Tuesday, and for being a huge, titan for Thomas Tuesday, along with Bachman Trains. I mean, without these guys, we wouldn't been able to do it. So it's been an absolute honor, and Christian makes my life very easy and simple. He just tells me, Ken, just pop on 5 minutes before. He does all the work. He does everything. He's putting pieces together and contacting people and making sure it's an exciting Thomas Tuesday every time, and he has a passion for it.
I do.
Every time he's on the channel, it's just, you see his faces when something new gets announced. You could every time, Bachman, they love getting the Christian reaction, and it's totally true and honest each time. But there's a really awesome passion there, and we also want to thank Bachman Trains Doug for coming out today. And Bachman has been a huge ambassador of the hobby and Thomas in general. So a big shout out to Bachman, because they've always been for every show. They're mostly on every single show and announcing new products and bringing samples on and engaging with the community. So our show would not be as exciting without Bachman. So a big shout out to Bachman Trains, Doug, because we wouldn't be able to do the show without your amazing product, amazing characters, and lineups that you continue to grow. I mean, it's like every scale now, G scale, HO, N scale, narrow gauge, everything, whatever you want. So lots of great stuff, Christian.
Absolutely. And just thank you so much, Ken and Doug, for taking the time to come out and see the layout. It was just an absolute honor to have those two pioneers in the basement of my home. And as Ken said, Bachman has been such a pioneer in the world of Thomas, as we know. For 2025, in the summer of 2025, we were getting the Flying Scotsman. He just got announced, as well as the return of Knapford Station. So Bachman has been now producing or announcing products twice a year. I mean, which is really just unheard of in the past decades. So for that, plus the very quick, prompt, amazing advertising that TrainWorld has been doing, it's just, the days have just never been as strong in the past. And I can only imagine that they're going to get even better in the future. So thank you so much, Ken, for coming. Thank you so much for filming. And thank you to everyone for tuning in to this very special video.
Thank you very much, Christian. And don't forget, you could get all your Thomas products at TrainWorld.com. Shop online 24/7. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a side note, Christian, I'm going to be your manager for this episode. And if anybody out there is looking for a piano player that could play some Thomas tunes, I am putting Christian on the market for a 6-figure number. He does weddings, any kind of event, but it's big numbers. So if you're looking for a Thomas the Tank piano player, email us and let us know, and we'll ship them all over the world. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thank you very much, guys.